Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Mackenzie and I help Stephen produce internet advertising, and I try to help with his podcasts. And I thought what would be good today is for his readers to know just a bit more about Stephen. So I thought another helper along, Claire, will conduct an interview with Stephen. So this will be, I think, a very inspiring interview, and you get to know a bit more behind Stephen Vizinczey. So without any further ado, I'll let Claire interview Stephen.
What is the first book that made you cry?
Actually, the first thing that made me cry were poems.
Poems. Mm-hmm. Can you remember any of these poems?
Joseph Attila.
Okay. What is the most unethical practice in the publishing industry?
Well, that everybody is entitled to make a living in publishing. If you are a bookseller or even a delivery boy or whatever, it's expected that you should make enough money to live on, except writers.
Mm-hmm. So, does writing energize or exhaust you?
Actually, I find writing very difficult, and for me it is suffering to write, but I do it because I can't help it, because I wanted to say something.
You have to do it.
I have to do it,
yeah.
And I have great moments when I got something right.
And that gives you more energy to continue.
That gives me more energy, and then I'm happy. I'm top of the world.
What are common traps for aspiring writers?
Well, first of all, I think before you can write, you should read.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea to write out of nothing is a very, very bad and hopeless idea.
Mm-hmm.
So before you can become a writer, before I became a writer, you have to be a reader.
Yes. Right. Does a big ego help or hurt writers?
Well, I think it helps, because if everybody is against you, then they don't want you. I was very surprised, for instance, to hear, that people can hurting people's feeling is a bad thing,
mm-hmm.
because if you are a writer, your feelings I hurt about 12 times a day.
Yes, I can imagine. Have you ever had reader's block?
What do you mean by reader's block?
That you can't write another word.
That you can't read another word.
You can't.
It's reader's
block. Reader's
block.
block.
Yeah.
So is reader's block?
No, no, never.
Never, no.
And the other one is, what is your writing kryptonite?
What's your writing kryptonite?
If you heard of Superman, because I know he's scared of kryptonite.
I don't understand the question.
Well, I'll rephrase this one.
Yes,
what stops you from writing? What sort of things think, look, I can't really write anymore. I think I'm going to have a break.
That's a block, you mean a block, writer's block. Have you suffered from that?
Oh no, writing is painful, so even if it's hard, you have to write.
You force yourself.
No, you write because you have to write.
Mm.
Incidentally, write only if you can't help not writing.
Yes.
I think if you can help not writing, then don't do it.
Give it up, right. Do you try more to be original, or to deliver to readers what they want?
I think that this question is nonsense.
Mm.
If you try to be original or give readers what you, these are concepts which have nothing to do with real writing.
Mm-hmm.
You
write
only what you can't help not writing.
Yeah.
I write only what when a subject, an emotion, a moment obsesses me so much that I cannot help thinking about it and going over it, and
then you write it.
then you write. Yes.
Okay. If you could tell your younger writing self anything, what would it be?
Oh, I think I did right. I wouldn't change anything. When I was young and I started to write poetry at the age of 4, I thought everybody would want to read it. If I had been aware of the indifference people have toward writing, I may never have become a writer.
How did publishing your first book change your process of writing?
It did not change the process of writing.
It didn't?
No, writing really has nothing to do with anything but writing.
It's what's inside you that must come out.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
That's the only thing. What was the best money you ever spent as a writer?
Buying books.
Buying more books.
Buying more books, yes. I'm very proud. I live in London, but I have a library in Toronto, in the Caribbean.
Books everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go,
you've been,
yeah.
and where you go back to. There will always be books.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.